Welcome to Yoga for Health, Happiness, and Liberation. I'm Meeta Gajjar, and this is my father, Bharat Gajjar. We're so happy you could join us today.
Okay.
First thing we'd like to do is we'd like to thank one of our viewers. Miss Edith Campbell wrote into us. She said, "Hello, today I saw your show. I liked it very much. Please send me your list of elements of happiness. When I came home from work, I was very tired, but watching you made me smile and I felt so much better. Now, each Thursday, I will put it in my mind to see you on TV. Thank you." We'd like to thank you, Edith, for watching our program and for sending a contribution. We consider it a token of your love.
Thank you. Now Meeta is going to read a message from Swami Shivananda. He's a saint from India, and you see his picture in the back. The picture you see right now is a mother's picture, and mother is she is the mother of the universe. So Mother's Day is coming, so I thought we should worship her too, because she is mother of all mothers, and she loves all, and she is the one who takes us to the Father. Meeta, go ahead.
This is from the Ananda Gita, The Way of Attainment, Pleasure and Pain. Pleasure and pain are two kinds of sensations. Desire is the cause for pleasure. Pleasure is the womb of pain. You can convert pain into pleasure and vice versa. Develop endurance. Pleasure and pain are illusory. Mukshipriya said, that's the student, "Oh Swamiji, now speak to me about pleasure and pain." Swami Shivananda replied, "Pleasure and pain are two kinds of vitras, or modification in the mind. There are two kinds of sensations. During pleasure, the mind expands. During pain, the mind contracts. Desire is the cause for pleasure. If there is no desire, there is no pleasure. A drunkard has desire for liquor, and so he experiences a little pleasure for the time being. A sober man who has no desire for alcohol gets disgusted even at the sight of liquor. He has no craving at all for liquor. Pleasure is the womb of pain. If you do not want to experience pain, give up pleasure. If you do not get tea, you experience pain. The mind remembers the pleasure it enjoyed when you drank tea, and now it experiences pain through memory of past pleasure when you do not get tea. If you do not want this pain, give up the habit of tea. Pleasure and pain are relative terms. You can convert pleasure into pain and pain into pleasure. Look into the defects of sensual life. Live in the company of saints and sages. Study books which treat of vairagya or dispassion, such as Necessity for Sannyasa, How to Get Vairagya, and Vaiyagra Mala. All the pleasure-giving sensual objects will give you pain now. Develop endurance. Remember, always, O Mukshipriya, pain is the best silent teacher. Pain is a blessing in disguise. Pain turns the mind towards God. Pain will be a pleasure now. Milk gives pleasure to some and pain to others. The fourth cup of milk causes retching or vomiting. If there is real pleasure in milk, all should experience a homogeneous pleasure, as in deep sleep. In reality, there is no pleasure in objects. Mango is not sweet. It is the imagination that gives sweetness, O diligent seeker. Pleasure and pain are illusory, products of Maya. Sensual pleasure also is reflection in the mind of that pure, eternal bliss of Brahman or the Absolute. Do not be duped by the mind and the senses. Do not run after these deceptive, illusory, sensual pleasures, mere shadows. Realize the real substance, the eternal bliss of Brahman, which is beyond the reach of the mind and the senses, and be happy forever, O Mukshipriya.
Thank you, Meeta. Today's subject is very a serious subject and a very important subject. So you might find it so different, but this is a transcendental message, and I want you to just look at that in a very transcendental way. In a sense, keep your mind open and listen, because it will help you a great deal. What is the objective? Today's message is liberation. How can you liberate? How can you really come out from this circle of life and death? So these are the basic message, so important. So I like to present to you in its purest way I have understood. If you are a Hindu, if you are transcendental, you do not have to agree on anything. However, this philosophy will help you a great deal. Well, let's start from the beginning. So, you were with the Lord. Me too. We are all with the Lord. And one day, we said, hey, I want to go in this material world. You know, it's just like an ocean. And a drop of water says, hey, I want to split. The ocean says, okay, go ahead, do it. Whatever you want, I'll give it to you. So, we came in the material world. And why do we come? To enjoy and to become God and to fulfill our desires. Okay, so we are here. And once you get into this merry-go-round, you are caught in the Maya. And Maya is so powerful, you forget the whole thing, and you are in this Maya. So if you want to come out, look at what has to be done. First, there are two aspects of life. One is material life and one is spiritual life. So you have these two lives. So you have to bring balance between the spiritual life and material life, then you can come out. Otherwise you cannot come out. In the material life, what you have to do? There is darkness. To eliminate, you have to be enlightened. You have to know what is happening. You have to bring light so darkness can disappear. That is first. And second, you have to do your dharma. You have responsibility, and if you do not fulfill those responsibilities, you create bad karma. You have to come back again and again. Now, for example, if I get married, I bring kids, and then I said, hey, I don't care. So, my wife is old, fat, whatever. Okay, get rid of her and get a young one. That's a sin. That's all it is. Because your dharma is to take care of the wife and two kids. Because you brought them on the world. Your duty is to do your dharma. So two things. Enlightenment in the material world, bring understanding. And second thing, do your dharma. In a spiritual life, what you need to do? First, love God. And also, read scriptures. Also, you have to do love God. How can you do it? By prayers, by meditation, and spend some time, and you become a disciple. So these are the two basic things you have to do. Then you can come out from this circle of life and death. Now look at this. Now you came on this material world with desires. Not all your desires are fulfilled. So what happens? What happens? You have dream at night, and you fulfill your dreams. In your dreams, your desires are fulfilled. So you can survive. Now, if a guy does bad thing, he's beaten up and everything, in his dream, when he wakes up, he says, "Yes, that was a bad dream." But that was a dream. The similar way, this material world is also a dream. It's a Maya. You are thrown into. One day, all this dream is over, just like that. So okay, if the dream is dream, the material world is dream too. So don't count too much. And then let me tell you, if you die, if you have done good things, you go in heaven. That's also a good dream. And now if you have done bad things, whatever, then you are dragged into hell. That is also a bad dream for a short time. Well, in Eastern philosophy, heaven is a good dream for a short time, hell is a bad dream for a short time. In a Western philosophy, heaven is a dream forever. Well, not dream, but real thing. And then and hell is you burn forever. Because why? Because you are not a believer. Well, if you believe, it's okay. Eastern philosophy, belief system doesn't work. You have to do something. You have to do good things. So, what is the message? What is the message? What dream? You have created this dream. You have created this life. Your own action, your own thought process has made you what you are. So you are is the result of your own actions and your own desires. Now, Lord Krishna, read in Bhagavad Gita, what does he say? He never says, I intervene. I never help you. I can guide you, but I will not fight for you. Very clear message. And he never says, I promise anything. No. You ask for freedom. You are in the material world. Go have good time and suffer too. But one time Lord Krishna says, I will listen. I come. Only one time Lord Krishna intervened. He said, at the time of your death, if you just say to me, I'm sick and tired, I don't want this material world. He said, I will take you out of this. Then great sage Jnaneswar said, Lord, how do I know? Do you think I will remember at that time to say, maybe I will not remember anything? Listen, all your life, your desires, too much attachment with material world, too much attachment with your wife and kids and all these things, and too much attachment with hamburgers at McDonald's and also fast food. Then at the time of death, you're thinking about McDonald's, you come back right here in Wilmington, Delaware. And you are given, because the Lord says, I will give you whatever you want. If your desire is to be here, I will give you. But at the same time, at the time of death, you just say, Lord, I had enough of this world. I want to be only with you. But how are you going to remember that time? And Lord Krishna says very clearly, if you are my disciple, I make sure that you remember me. Otherwise, you're not going to remember. And this is the reason you should pray. You should meditate and think about that. So you do mala, is a rosary, constantly. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shakti Ma, Shakti Ma. You constantly remember at the time of death. You remember the Lord. When Mahatma Gandhi was shot, when he realized this guy has come with a gun, he put his hand, he said, Hey Ram, Ram is Lord. And last word was Ram. Huh? But your last word is, you want all these desires. So last word, if you have too much attachment with whatever, if you have football game, last word is football game. You back in the material world. God says, this guy wants to play football. Send him back to United States. Okay? Now if you go to India, football, they will have soccer. But anyway. So. But remember, this at night you have dreams. That's a dream. This material world is a dream too. But you have created. You have created. Now you got a bad dream. You have created. Now if you have bad thoughts constantly, you will be dragged into hell. You have created that hell yourself with your own thought process. You're constantly killing, in your mentally, killing, torturing, killing, torturing. So when you die, he said, this guy, you have created your own hell. And then you create fine things, loving and everybody. So you have created nice things. So you go to heaven. But when your good karma is finished, you back on earth again. Only way you can get to the Lord by coming on the earth. And that is most precious. This life is the most precious thing you have. Now, some people say, oh, I don't like it. You are fortunate that you have this life. So you can burn your good, you can burn your bad karma. And one Christian says, you have to carry your own cross. You are given the opportunity to burn your bad karma. That's the grace. Now, suppose if you say, oh, I cannot take it, I want to kill myself. Then you come as a ghost, and you have to spend so many years on this earth. You are not allowed to go heaven or hell or God or any place. You will be like a ghost in a purgatory. You will hang right here because it is a wrong thing to do. Never kill yourself. It has to be natural death. And this is the issue. Why in India so little suicide? Because preachers tell you directly, hey, don't kill yourself. That's the worst thing one can do. So, what is the message? Message is, do in material things, learn, know who you are. By reading scripture, going to wise people, listening good show, it's a good thing too. And then also do your dharma. You must do your dharma. And if you don't do your dharma, it's a sin. And then you are responsible.
What dharma is?
Dharma is doing the right thing. Duty. Thank you, madam. Duty. You must do your duty. And first thing, you must do non-violence. You beat up your wife. That's the greatest sin in your world. You beat up little kids. That's a great sin. You kill a cow. It's a great sin. There's no question about that. And Mother's Day. What is a Mother's Day? It's the mother of the universe. And your wife is your mother. Your mother is a mother. Your little children, they are all divine mothers. So you must respect them, love them, and do the best you can. Because do your dharma. And don't ask for anything. Do the best you can without asking for the fruit of action. That is what Bhagavad Gita says. It's a very powerful message.